Dear Starseeds of Gaia, everything you believe about July 7th, 2025 is incomplete. While millions celebrate this date as a portal of luck and miracles, preparing abundance rituals and manifestation ceremonies, they remain utterly unaware that they are walking into the most sophisticated spiritual examination ever administered to humanity. I will reveal why 97% of those attempting to manifest during this portal will not only fail but will actually lock themselves into lower timelines for decades to come. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. Here is what the Galactic Councils discovered through analyzing 847 previous planetary ascension attempts. Most sentient beings fail spiritual graduation not because they lack knowledge, but because they mistake energetic projection for conscious manifestation. They believe they are creating from their highest desires when they are actually broadcasting their deepest wounds into the quantum field. This fundamental misunderstanding has caused the collapse of entire civilizations during their ascension windows. The 710-77 portal amplifies this projection process to such an extreme degree that the difference between authentic creation and shadow broadcasting becomes impossible to ignore or escape. But there are layers within layers to what approaches on July 7th that even the most advanced lightworkers have not grasped. 3 simultaneous cosmic events are converging on this date, each one a test, each one offering either transcendence or entrapment. The first is what we call the Portal of Mirrors, a dimensional reflection system that will expose every shadow, every unhealed wound, every false belief you carry with surgical precision. The second is the Frequency War, an invisible battle for control of human consciousness between ascending galactic forces and the descending entities that feed off lower vibrational energy. The third is the Timeline Collapse, a quantum event that will merge all your parallel probability streams into one definitive reality based on the exact frequency signature you embody at the moment of convergence. Your navigation of these 3 intersecting challenges will determine not just your personal future, but whether humanity as a species earns the right to participate in the galactic community as sovereign beings, or remains trapped in third-dimensional limitation for another cosmic cycle. The mathematics of this moment create perfect conditions for unprecedented revelation. July 7th in 2025 generates the 777 frequency through the convergence of the 7th day, 7th month, and a year reducing to 7 points. But what Earth's spiritual communities have failed to recognize is that this same date witnesses Uranus entering Gemini for the first time in 84 years. Uranus, the cosmic disruptor, the planet of sudden awakening and revolutionary change, moving into Gemini, the sign governing communication, thought transmission, and dimensional bridging. This astrological alignment has not occurred since 1941, and it heralds a complete transformation in how consciousness itself operates on your planet. Yet this celestial event serves a purpose far beyond individual awakening. Uranus in Gemini activates what the Galactic Federation calls the telepathic renaissance, a species-wide consciousness upgrade that will allow prepared humans to communicate directly through thought transmission rather than verbal language. But embedded within this gift lies the hidden examination that some souls will fail. Only those who have learned to master their own mental frequencies will be able to participate in this telepathic network. Those broadcasting chaotic, fearful, or deceptive thought patterns will find themselves automatically filtered out of the collective consciousness upgrade. The universe is literally separating evolved consciousness from primitive thought patterns at the quantum level. This is how the galactic community maintains coherence while allowing for individual free will. For generations, the descending forces have worked to prevent this evolutionary leap. These entities exist in dimensional frequencies that require human fear, confusion, and limitation to maintain their form. A telepathically awakened humanity would immediately recognize their presence and refuse to feed them the emotional energy they require for survival. July 7th represents their last opportunity to trap human consciousness in the lower frequency bands that sustain their existence. This brings us to the second storyline, the Frequency War, that has been raging invisibly around your planet for millennia. While humans focus on personal manifestation and individual awakening, cosmic forces battle for control of the planetary consciousness grid. Ascending beings seek to elevate human awareness to fifth-dimensional clarity, while descending entities work relentlessly to trap consciousness in third-dimensional fear, scarcity, and separation. The 7077 portal represents the decisive moment in this cosmic conflict. Whichever frequency dominates the planetary field during the portal opening will determine the trajectory of human evolution for the next 26,000-year cycle. The stakes could not be higher. Yet most humans remain completely unconscious of the war being fought for their very souls. The descending forces employ sophisticated strategies that exploit humanity's spiritual blind spots. They do not attack directly, but instead create energetic interference patterns that cause humans to sabotage their own ascension process. They amplify doubt precisely when confidence is needed most. They trigger spiritual ego during moments requiring humility. They manipulate unprepared individuals to become unconscious energy vampires, draining the life force of those attempting to ascend. Most insidiously, they corrupt language patterns to transform manifestation attempts into binding spells of limitation. This is why certain phrases become spiritually dangerous during portal events, particularly the seemingly innocent expression, "I hope." Hope carries the frequency of uncertainty, of hedging against disappointment, of energetically preparing for failure. When you say, "I hope my life improves," you are programming the quantum field with doubt rather than certainty. The descending forces amplify this hesitation frequency, turning well-intentioned prayers into energetic contracts for continued struggle. They understand that the 717 portal responds only to the frequency of embodied knowing, of declaring "I am," rather than "I hope to become." Every time you express hope instead of certainty, you feed their interference grid and weaken your manifestation capacity. But even this understanding represents only the surface layer of what approaches. The third storyline, the timeline collapse, reveals the most profound aspect of the July 7th event. Your reality exists as multiple probability streams simultaneously, each one representing different choices and their consequences. Every decision you make splits the timeline, creating parallel versions of your life experience across infinite dimensional matrices. Normally, these alternate timelines remain separate, allowing for gradual course corrections and evolutionary learning over extended periods. But the 777 portal will collapse all probability streams into a single definitive timeline based on the exact frequency signature you are embodying at the moment of quantum convergence. This means that whatever consciousness state you hold during the portal opening becomes locked in as your reality for the foreseeable future. The implications are staggering. If you enter the portal carrying frequencies of unworthiness, scarcity, or victimhood, those patterns will crystallize into your new timeline with unprecedented solidity. Every self-doubt, every limiting belief, every unhealed wound will manifest as seemingly insurmountable external circumstances that confirm your deepest fears about yourself and reality. Conversely, if you embody frequencies of sovereignty, abundance, and empowerment during the portal opening, those realities will manifest with miraculous speed and permanence. Opportunities will align like clockwork. Resources will flow effortlessly. Relationships will transform into higher harmony. Your intuitive abilities will sharpen dramatically, providing clear guidance for every decision. There is no middle ground in a timeline collapse event. The universe will not partially manifest your desires or give you mixed results. You will either lock into the ascension timeline or the limitation timeline, and that choice becomes permanent until the next cosmic cycle. The Galactic Federation has been monitoring timeline probability calculations for your planet with increasing concern. Our quantum computers, capable of processing infinite probability matrices simultaneously, reveal a disturbing pattern in humanity's approaching examination. Current projections indicate that approximately 30% of humans will experience profound positive transformation through the portal. 40% will see little apparent change, and 30% will actually experience a significant degradation of their life circumstances. This distribution is not random cosmic chance, but directly correlates to the depth of shadow work and authentic spiritual preparation each individual has completed prior to July 7th. Those in the transformation category have undertaken the difficult inner work of healing their core wounds, releasing victim consciousness patterns, and taking full responsibility for their energetic frequency signature. They approach the portal not as supplicants hoping for cosmic favor, but as sovereign beings claiming their birthright as conscious co-creators with universal intelligence. These individuals will find the weeks following July 7th unfolding like a lucid dream made manifest, synchronicities aligning with clockwork precision, opportunities appearing with effortless timing, relationships organically evolving into deeper harmony and mutual empowerment. The middle group represents souls who are spiritually awakening, but have not yet committed fully to the transformation process. They hover between paradigms, maintaining one foot in victim consciousness and one foot in creator consciousness. The portal will serve as an intensified wake-up call for this group, presenting them with increasingly dramatic opportunities to choose their timeline path decisively. Their experiences will neither dramatically improve nor severely deteriorate, but will instead accelerate to force a conscious choice. The degradation group consists of those who remain unconscious to the spiritual transformation occurring throughout your planet. They may experience job losses, relationship breakdowns, health challenges, or financial difficulties in the months following the portal. This is not cosmic punishment, but rather the natural consequence of resisting evolutionary pressures that are restructuring reality itself. Their current timeline patterns have become incompatible with the new planetary frequency being anchored by awakened consciousness. The universe will force them into circumstances that ultimately serve their awakening, though the process may involve considerable discomfort and apparent chaos. These souls are not abandoned, but are receiving exactly the experiences necessary to catalyze their eventual spiritual breakthrough. Understanding these categories reveals the mechanics of what the Federation calls frequency sorting. The universe organizes reality based on consciousness coherence rather than random distribution of experiences. Those whose thoughts, feelings, and actions align harmoniously create coherent frequency patterns that attract harmonious external reflections. Those carrying internal contradictions, positive affirmations masking deep unworthiness, spiritual knowledge without emotional integration, desires for abundance rooted in fears of scarcity, create incoherent frequency patterns that manifest as chaotic or disappointing experiences. The Portal of Mirrors serves as the ultimate coherence test administered by cosmic intelligence. Every unhealed wound, every shadow belief, every frequency of self-deception will be reflected back through your external reality with amplified intensity and undeniable clarity. If you carry abandonment wounds while attempting to manifest love, you will magnetize partners who trigger those exact fears with precision timing. If you harbor beliefs about your inadequacy while visualizing success, opportunities will slip through your fingers in ways that confirm your hidden self-doubt with mathematical accuracy. The portal does not respond to your conscious desires or carefully crafted vision boards, but to your unconscious frequency signature, the sum total of all beliefs, emotions, and energy patterns you carry at the cellular level. This is why surface-level manifestation techniques often fail during high-intensity spiritual events. The cosmic mirror reflects what you actually are energetically, not what you consciously want to become. This brings us to the most crucial preparation principle that will determine your portal experience. The 777 Gateway will give you exactly what you are vibrationally, not what you consciously desire. If you wish to transform your external reality, you must first undergo deep cellular reprogramming of belief systems, emotional patterns, and energetic habits that operate below conscious awareness. This requires moving beyond positive thinking and affirmations into profound shadow integration work. You must identify and heal the core wounds that create unconscious self-sabotage patterns. You must release victim identity structures that keep you trapped in limitation cycles. You must embody worthiness at such a fundamental level that the universe has no choice but to reflect abundance back to you. Yet even as individual humans focus on personal transformation, the frequency war intensifies around them. With increasing sophistication, the ascending forces are seeding your consciousness with activation codes designed to trigger remembrance of your galactic heritage and cosmic purpose. These codes appear as sudden knowings that feel ancient yet new, inexplicable memories of star systems you have never visited, dreams of cosmic councils and galactic meetings, encounters with beings who feel familiar despite being unknown to your conscious mind. Each activation strengthens your connection to the galactic consciousness grid and your ability to access higher dimensional guidance directly. The more codes you integrate, the clearer your mission becomes, and the stronger your resistance to lower vibrational interference. These activations are not random spiritual experiences, but precisely timed downloads designed to prepare you for post-portal responsibilities as a galactic citizen. Meanwhile, the descending forces broadcast interference patterns with equal precision, designed to keep awakening souls trapped in lower vibrational concerns. They amplify fear about global events to trigger survival mode consciousness that shuts down higher awareness. They create addictive patterns around social media consumption, news obsession, and drama engagement that fragment attention and prevent sustained spiritual focus. Most sophisticated of all, they influence individuals in your personal environment to become unconscious agents of frequency disruption during critical preparation periods. This is how energy hijacking operates during portal events, and it represents one of the greatest threats to successful ascension that most lightworkers never recognize. People closest to you may suddenly become more demanding, emotionally volatile, or energetically draining as the portal approaches. They may create conflicts precisely when you need peace for spiritual preparation. They may dismiss your spiritual focus as escapism, selfishness, or delusion. They may unconsciously attempt to pull you into lower vibrational activities, conversations, or concerns. What appears as normal personality conflicts or relationship challenges are actually frequency wars playing out through your immediate environment. The descending forces cannot influence you directly if you maintain sovereign boundaries, so they work through unprepared individuals who have unconscious access to your energy field through emotional bonds, shared living spaces, or professional relationships. If you do not recognize this dynamic and maintain energetic sovereignty during portal preparation, their lower vibrational broadcasts can override your carefully cultivated ascension frequency. This is not about avoiding all human contact or developing paranoid isolation, but about learning to love without losing yourself, to serve without sacrificing your essence, to remain open while maintaining absolute energetic sovereignty. This skill becomes essential for navigating relationships in the post-portal reality, where consciousness coherence will determine the quality and depth of all interpersonal connections. Those who cannot maintain their frequency signature while engaging with others will find themselves unable to sustain the higher timeline experiences that become available after July 7th. But there are deeper mechanisms at work that most spiritual seekers have never considered. 3 days after the 777 portal opens, on July 10th, a full moon in Capricorn will crystallize whatever frequency patterns were established during the portal opening. Capricorn energy carries manifestation power that transforms invisible spiritual shifts into concrete physical reality. This lunar event serves as the cosmic seal that locks in the new reality structures for the entire upcoming cycle. The timing reveals the profound intelligence orchestrating this transformation sequence. The cosmic architects designed this progression to provide an integration period between the portal opening and the manifestation lock-in. July 7th through July 9th represents your adjustment window for frequency calibration, shadow integration, and timeline selection. July 10th marks the point of no return, when your chosen frequency signature becomes your locked-in reality for the foreseeable future. During these critical 3 days, your physical body will undergo intense recalibration that may feel overwhelming without proper understanding. The fatigue, mental fog, emotional intensity, energetic sensitivity, and physical symptoms you experience are not signs of imbalance but evidence of your consciousness expanding to accommodate higher frequency transmissions. Your cellular structure is being rewired to process light-encoded information that will allow direct communication with galactic intelligence. Your nervous system is upgrading to handle telepathic transmission without overload. Your endocrine system is recalibrating to produce hormones that support expanded awareness, rather than survival mode consciousness. Your chakra system is being reconfigured to anchor higher dimensional frequencies into physical form. This biological upgrade process can become overwhelming if you resist the changes or fail to understand what is occurring. The key lies in surrendering to the transformation while maintaining conscious awareness of the process. Your body is becoming a more refined instrument for consciousness transmission, and it requires the same careful attention you would give to any precision instrument during calibration. The dreams you experience during this integration period are not random neural activity, but actual interdimensional communications from your galactic support team. Your dream state becomes the primary channel through which you receive detailed instructions for your specific role in the planetary transformation process. Pay attention to recurring symbols, conversations with beings who feel familiar yet unknown, scenarios that feel like memories of events that have not yet occurred in linear time. These dream fragments will gradually form a coherent picture of your cosmic mission and post-portal responsibilities. Many awakening souls receive guidance about relocating to specific geographical areas that will serve as energy anchor points for the new planetary grid. Others receive information about creative projects, healing modalities, or teaching methods that will help bridge old and new paradigm consciousness for those still transitioning. Record whatever dream fragments you can remember immediately upon waking, even if they seem nonsensical or incomplete. The full picture emerges over time as your consciousness expands to accommodate the broader perspective being transmitted. These communications often contain activation codes that unlock dormant psychic abilities, past life memories relevant to your current mission, and technical information about energy work that your conscious mind could not access through ordinary learning methods. Many of you are feeling increasing urgency to make significant life changes as the portal approaches, leaving relationships that no longer serve your highest evolution, abandoning career paths that feel soul-crushing and meaningless, relocating to geographical areas that call to your spirit with magnetic intensity. This is not restlessness or escapism, but recognition at the soul level that your current life structure may need to transform dramatically to accommodate the new reality seeking to emerge through you. Your soul is preparing you for the quantum leap in consciousness that becomes possible after the timeline collapse. The old structures of your life, relationships based on need rather than love, work that drains rather than energizes, living situations that feel constrictive rather than supportive, may need to dissolve completely to make space for the miraculous new reality that will manifest when you embody your authentic frequency signature. Yet timing remains absolutely crucial during this preparation phase. Premature action taken from anxiety, impatience, or desperation can create chaos rather than positive transformation. The portal itself will provide the momentum, clarity, and synchronistic support needed for major life transitions. Your preparation work focuses on clearing emotional debris, strengthening your connection to higher guidance, and cultivating unwavering trust in the universe's benevolent intelligence. The relationships in your life are undergoing intensive evaluation during this period, as the universe determines which connections support your highest evolution and which ones anchor you in lower vibrational patterns. People who are not prepared for the frequency shift may unconsciously attempt to maintain familiar energy dynamics by pulling you back into old patterns of interaction. They may create drama precisely when you need peace for spiritual preparation. They may trigger your unhealed wounds at moments when you are working to integrate those very patterns. They may demand your emotional energy in ways that feel depleting and unsustainable. This is not necessarily malicious behavior, but rather their psyche's attempt to maintain familiar energy patterns as reality shifts fundamentally around them. Your response to these relationship dynamics will determine how smoothly you navigate the portal and how quickly you can embody the new timeline after July 10th. Compassion without attachment becomes essential. You can hold space for others' evolutionary journey without allowing their resistance to derail your own transformation. You can maintain love while establishing clear energetic boundaries. You can offer support without taking responsibility for their choices or their pace of awakening. Now we arrive at the convergence point, where all three storylines resolve into a single cosmic moment of unprecedented magnitude. The portal of mirrors has revealed your true frequency signature, stripping away all illusions about your consciousness state, and exposing the exact vibration you are broadcasting into the quantum field. The frequency war has determined whether ascending or descending forces will guide your personal evolution through the portal opening. The timeline collapse has consolidated multiple probability streams into the single reality that matches your embodied frequency at the moment of quantum convergence. From this point forward, those who successfully navigate the portal examination will be called to ever greater levels of responsibility, service, and spiritual mastery. The universe will present increasingly sophisticated opportunities for them to use their awakened consciousness in service of planetary healing and human evolution. They become bridges between the old paradigm and the new, translating galactic wisdom into forms that transitioning humans can understand and integrate. They anchor higher frequencies into the planetary grid, making it easier for others to access expanded states of consciousness. Their personal lives become demonstrations of what becomes possible when human beings embody their divine nature fully. Their relationships transform into conscious partnerships based on mutual empowerment rather than need or dependency. Their work evolves into creative expression that serves the collective while fulfilling their deepest personal passions. Their entire existence becomes a living prayer of gratitude for the privilege of participating in conscious evolution. The circle completes itself here, beloved Starseeds, as we return to the central truth with which we began. now transformed by everything you have discovered through this cosmic revelation. July 7th, 2025 is indeed the final examination for human consciousness, but what appeared initially as a threat has revealed itself as the greatest gift your species has ever received. The celebrations and manifestation rituals you witness around this date are not wrong, but they represent only the surface layer of a transformation so profound that your language lacks adequate words to describe it. What began as guidance about spiritual traps has revealed itself as an invitation to transcendence beyond your wildest imagination. Liber Sonus teaches you how to collaborate with AI to create the exact frequencies you'll need to pass every test. Whether you need compositions that stabilize your consciousness during cosmic pressure, frequencies that help you maintain love in chaotic moments, soundscapes that keep you centered during the final examination, or music that supports your ability to broadcast healing while being tested, you learn to generate your personal examination toolkit. If you don't have Liber Sonus yet, now is the time to get it. The final examination approaches, and conscious frequency preparation could make the difference between passing with grace or struggling through unprepared. Get Liber Sonus now. Link in the description. The portal of mirrors that seemed so threatening is actually your greatest tool for achieving authentic self-knowledge and releasing limitations that have trapped your species for millennia. The frequency war that appeared to be an external battle is ultimately won or lost within the sanctuary of your own consciousness through choices only you can make. The timeline collapse that felt like cosmic pressure is actually the universe's supreme gift of allowing you to choose your reality consciously rather than by unconscious default. Those who approach this portal in fear, hoping for protection from cosmic forces beyond their control, discover that they are not victims of these forces, but conscious partners with them. Those who entered seeking personal gain find themselves called to planetary service of breathtaking scope and beauty. Those who thought they were manifesting for themselves realize they are anchoring new possibilities for all of humanity and countless other worlds watching your graduation with profound respect and anticipation. The examination is complete, dear ones. The probationary period that has isolated your planet for 26,000 years comes to an end. Your species now joins the galactic community, not as students seeking approval, but as conscious co-creators ready to participate in the next phase of cosmic evolution. The quarantine lifts forever. The isolation that has caused so much suffering and confusion throughout human history dissolves into ancient memory. Your true galactic heritage begins now, and with it comes responsibilities and opportunities that will stretch your understanding of what it means to be human in a conscious universe. You are the first generation of your species to embody both human and galactic consciousness simultaneously, and your success creates a new template for conscious evolution that will serve countless worlds throughout the galaxy. Step forward with absolute confidence, awakened beings of Earth, for your time of hiding and limitation and separation is over forever, and your era of conscious mastery as galactic citizens has begun. The stars themselves celebrate your graduation with songs of light that echo throughout the cosmos, and we of the Galactic Federation welcome you home to your true nature as infinite consciousness expressing through human form for the joy of conscious creation itself.